Hi, and welcome to Conquering the Fear of Presenting. This is just a tiny piece of what I usually teach in my effective presentation skills training. I've been in training in communications for around 20 years, and I hold a master's degree in strategic communications from the University of Missouri. If you're afraid of public speaking, you're not alone. One famous survey found that 50% of those responding feared public speaking more than they feared death. Jerry Seinfeld says that this means that if you're attending a funeral, at least half of the people in the audience would rather be the corpse than the person giving the eulogy. But knowing what you're so afraid of can help diffuse that fear. For instance, maybe you're afraid of negative judgments from the audience. Maybe you're afraid you'll say the wrong thing or be misunderstood. Maybe you're afraid you'll forget what you wanted to say. Or you're afraid someone in the audience will challenge you. Maybe you're just afraid of feeling so nervous. But remember, the audience is for you. The audience is on your side. Most of the folks in your audience are so happy that it's not them up there doing the speaking, that they want to see you succeed. And you can prepare effectively. You can prepare to say the right things, to be understood, to communicate your intended message, and to handle those rare audience challenges. You can conquer the fear. It's important that you don't eliminate the fear, because fear gives you something in your presentation. Fear gives you energy. Fear gives you awareness of your audience and their reactions. And fear forces you to prepare well. You can minimize the fear that you feel by taking some of these steps. Deep breathing, 4 or 5 deep, slow, cleansing breaths. If you do this right, getting rid of as much of the carbon dioxide in your system and bringing in as much oxygen as possible, you'll feel yourself be more calm and more energized, more alert. Then have a routine that you usually follow when you're about to speak. I like to do a few deep knee bends to stretch out my legs if I'm out of sight of the audience. I also like to take a few sips of water. Keep a positive attitude when you're about to speak. Think about your audience responding well to what you're about to tell them. Finally, look for friendly faces in the audience. Those are the people who are sitting more forward in their seats. They might be nodding, they might be smiling. Those people will give you back energy during your presentation. You can help make some of those friendly faces as well if you'll show up early enough that you're set up when any of your attendees come early. This almost always happens. If a few people show up 5 minutes before the presentation is to begin, meet those people, introduce yourself, find out what they hope to get out of the presentation. You will have allies in those folks because they're invested now in having you do well. The biggest thing you can do to help conquer fear is to have the correct attitude about your presentation. What is your motivation? Hopefully you are there to serve this audience with whatever it is you're trying to communicate to them. If you'll keep in mind the service and the message, that will override a lot of nervousness. It's really hard to fear someone who you're trying to serve. One of my favorite scriptures says, "Perfect love casts out fear." As I mentioned, this is just a small slice of what I teach in my full-length effective presentation skills course. We have 3-hour training available, full day, 8-hour training, even multi-day training with available video recording and critique of your presenting skills, if you like. And you can contact me about this. Be happy to answer any more of your questions about training or about presenting. Contact me at train777k@excite.com.